Hello, Tom.
Hey Alex. Hey,
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good, thank you. How are you doing?
Fine, fine, quite good. It's too
Good.
cold today in Italy.
Yes.
How is in you are in Edinburgh, right?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, I'm in
oh,
Edinburgh. Yeah. Yeah,
okay.
it's also pretty cold. It's pretty cold
Okay,
here, yeah.
okay. Okay. Fine. Okay. Today we are here to talk about English and more specifically English for software engineer. So you are for all the people do know it. You are an English coach
Yes.
and teacher also. My teacher, more specifically. And that's it. Okay. Tell us more about yourself, your career, how
Yeah.
do you start your career as a teacher, or if you did other type of work in your career, everything you
Yeah.
want.
Absolutely, Alex. Yeah. So I've been teaching business English now to software engineers for coming up to about 2 years.
Oh,
Um, Before then, I was working more as a general teacher online, but then I
okay,
decided to specialize in working with software engineers.
okay,
I kind of I felt like that there would be a good it'd be a good niche and a good sector to target, people who maybe have the hard skills and the technical skills, but maybe are needing to perfect those soft skills and communication a little bit more. So I created a program, a business English program, which helps software engineers really with their with their small talk, with their vocabulary, their pronunciation, so they can perform better in their meetings, their interviews. So that's what I do now. It's not what I always did. Previous to teaching English, I worked in sales for
oh,
about 7 or 8 years, and I was
cool.
selling things like exhibitions and events and
Oh,
technology. So I've never been a software engineer, but actually, I don't feel like that's really been too much of a problem because I've been trying to learn a little bit about software, and my students have been trying to learn a little bit about English. So
yeah.
we've been
And
swapping
interchange, like,
and changing, and this is nice. And yeah, I mean, I love what I do. It's a great industry to work with, and I this year my aim and my goal is to help more software engineers than ever before. So later on in our session, I can tell you about something that I've got, that's very exciting that I can offer, that I've just launched and I'm very excited about.
okay, cool, cool. And a question about your career. Do you live always in Edinburgh and in Scottish in
Yeah.
general, or oh,
No, so originally I'm from a county just south of London. So
oh,
I was brought up in Hampshire, which is about an hour and a half south of London. And then I moved to Scotland about 5 years ago. But in between that, I was doing some traveling, living in London for a little bit. So I've moved around a little bit, but now I've finally found a home, and I like
okay.
living in Scotland.
Yeah, Edinburgh is really beautiful place. I don't
Yeah,
know how to is to live in Edinburgh, but I visited and it's really beautiful place, beautiful city, and
it's a
yeah,
great
beautiful
place.
architecture. Yeah.
It's a great place. Yeah,
And okay, so before we move to your software engineering program, because you just launching your new program for
yeah,
group, yeah, right?
yeah,
Some other question about English in general.
yeah.
So, for example, what do you think about uh, accent, British accent versus American accent? Is there like a right accent, or it's the same, or a person who came
Mm,
from like Italy, for example,
yeah.
can have the own his own accent?
Yeah, it's a great question, Alex. I think it really depends a lot of the time on how you learn English in the first place and what you're used to. So a lot of my students are Italians. A lot of them are also Brazilian as well. Now, the Brazilians have been far more used to the American accent, so they've probably, they have a big American culture in Latin
Yeah.
America as well. In Italy, it's probably more of the British accent, I would think. So, um, I think, yeah, how you learn, that's a big thing, but also personal preference too. So, I mean, really, in my opinion, there's not too many differences anyway between
Okay.
the two accents. I mean, obviously, there's some words in American English that are a little bit different to British English,
Yeah.
but overall, it's mainly just a few words and just a little bit of a difference on the accents.
Okay.
But other than that, there's no real change.
Okay. Okay. Good answer. Okay. Another question is, um, do you find like a pattern from software engineers or also from Italian people in general,
Mm.
um, like some common mistakes when we learn English or when we approach English in general?
Yeah, yeah. So actually, that's a good question, Alex, because I can actually tell people a little bit about our session that we just did, finished about half an hour ago, which was me and Alex today. We were talking about pronunciation and how to perfect and avoid the common pronunciation mistakes in English. I mean, in Italian, a lot of people would add maybe an e or a short e sound onto the end of English words. So importante is a good example
Okay.
instead of important. So it's really working out where are the most common mistakes and trying to avoid them,
Okay.
identifying the problems. Um, I also intonation. We spoke about intonation, didn't we, in the class as well, Alex? And knowing which words to stress in a sentence, how to
Okay.
vary our volume and our pitch, so we can
Okay.
sound more engaging in presentations and meetings. This is
Oh
very
yeah.
important.
Yeah. Okay. The emphasis when you pronounce some sentences or some pitch, like. Okay. Okay. So the most common mistakes maybe is like approaching a foreign language as your own language, as your or native language. Like. Okay.
Yeah,
And okay, I don't know if you have some. Oh, okay, if you want, for the Italian people who are seeing this video, you can put your comments or your question in our chat. So before we move to your program, do
yeah,
you have any like the most important tip that you can say to us about uh, how to improve our learning process in
yeah.
English?
It's such a good question again, Alex. I mean, I would say, having taught business English now for nearly 2 years, I'm a big believer in when you focus on the English that you actually need, you
Okay.
can get faster and better results. So a lot of the problems I was seeing previously with my students were that they were learning a lot of English that wasn't always relevant to their careers. So they were
Okay.
learning grammar or um, vocabulary that wouldn't help them get their next job or do well in their meetings. And most of my students were saying the same thing to me in our meetings. They were saying, I want more confidence. I want more confidence in my meetings. I want to get further in my career. So that's why I do what I do. I started my program because I want to help software engineers learn the English that they need to further their
Okay.
career. And this means focusing on expanding your vocabulary, improving your pronunciation, and then practicing situations where you need to speak English in the workplace. People, people don't realize, but role plays and practices, this is really what will help people get to the next level. Practicing your small talk, your meetings, your job interviews. This is where you will improve your English. And and hopefully, I think in my program, that's what my students enjoy quite a lot, is practicing these situations and seeing the development
Okay.
and the confidence growing.
Okay, so like putting the right effort in the right place. So
Absolutely.
okay. Okay.
Absolutely
Okay.
right. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay, if you want, you can share. Like, I know that you have like some slides about your program.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, thanks again, Alex, for the opportunity to speak today. For those that don't know, I've been for the last 18 months, I've been teaching my one-to-one program. But I'm very excited today to say that I'm actually launching my English Accelerator program, which is an 8-week self-study course with weekly webinars where you can network with other software engineers and practice,
cool.
your meetings and things like this. So I have some slides which I can share with you. So let me just. I'm
Yeah,
not
don't
so
worry.
I'm not so used to StreamYard, Alex. So I hope this works. Can you
Yeah,
can you see my
yeah,
screen?
perfect. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
we see.
Does that work if I do
Yeah,
this?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, perfect.
Cool. So yeah, so like as I just said, this is my brand new program. It's basically an 8-week self-study course where I will give you step-by-step training, and you'll have weekly tasks and challenges to complete online. And then every Thursday we're going to have a live Q&A on Zoom, and it's going to be great. And there's going to be a really strong community feel to this program. I'm really excited about it. So this is basically what you're going to get, okay, in this program. So it's 8 modules, including communicating with confidence, expanding vocabulary, small talk and networking, expressing your opinion, communicating fluently, delivering an engaging presentation, and interview prep. And as I
Oh,
said,
cool.
there's going to be weekly Q&As and a Facebook group as well for support. And you will have lifetime access to this self-study course, including any updates as well. So
Cool.
I'm really excited about this. And this is what you're going to get out of this course as well. Okay, so you're going to be able to understand and use English vocabulary and phrases to better express yourself. Now, these are phrases that software developers use in the workplace. So we're not talking about general English here. We're talking about business English and the type of English you need. You're gonna feel more confident when participating in your meetings and interviews in English. But there's a big emphasis on this program in positioning yourself for new career opportunities. So we're going to spend a lot of time on interviews, how we can sound more confident, and how we can position ourselves and develop an elevator pitch. So just to give you an idea on what's actually included in this program, module 1 is called Communicating with Confidence. And in this module, you'll start to build confidence and learn why your mindset is so crucial. In module 2, you'll learn to understand how to use business English vocabulary, such as idioms, phrasal verbs, and buzzwords to better express yourself. Module 3, small talk and networking. Here, we're going to learn how to make small talk so you can feel confident and ready to grow your network. Module 4 is expressing your opinion. So here you'll learn how to express your opinion with empathy using a method which I've developed called the shock absorber. Module 5 is communicating fluently. And here we're going to practice lots of situations where you need to speak up in English so you can feel confident in the workplace. Module 6 is delivering an engaging presentation. So you'll learn to impress your audience with engaging and interesting presentations. Module 7 is about leadership. So we're going to look into the types of traits and and skills that you need to become a manager in the industry. And finally, module 8 is all about interviews. So here you're going to learn the best tips and tricks when interviewing, so you can stand out ahead of the competition and get to the next level in your career. But for the rest of the week, so I'm actually running a bonus, Alex, for the rest of the remainder of this week. And one of my bonuses is actually a one-to-one career coaching session. So if anyone from the community wants to sign up in the next week,
Oh
I
yeah.
can offer a one-to-one career coaching session. And in this session, we'll actually clarify your career goals and how you can achieve them. But I'll also help you rewrite your LinkedIn profile in English. So we're going to
Okay.
look at,
Cool.
we're going to look at your headline, the about section, even your photo, because these things really matter in, to recruiters.
Yeah.
So that's my first bonus. I actually have a second bonus. So you might be wondering what the investment is. But it is worth just mentioning that this isn't just an English language course. You're going to learn so much more here about leadership, negotiation, networking with other software engineers, and teamwork. And so I'm also offering $100 discount as well for the remainder of this week. So this program would usually be priced at $297. I'm actually offering this program for just less than $200, which, I should have actually put this in euro, shouldn't I, Alex?
Quite similar.
Yeah, it's
Like
quite similar.
190
Let me
maybe.
just work that. It's probably about 220. Yeah, actually, no, yeah. So it's less actually. It would be
Yeah,
about
less.
185 euros.
Yeah.
Or you can make 2 monthly payments, which would be a little bit higher than that. But I'm running this discount for the rest of the week, for people
Cool.
that just want to join me. So if you want to get involved, I'm actually gonna pop the link. I'll pop the link into the chat box when I'm back with you in a second. And I can also you work on Discord quite a lot, don't you, as well, Alex? So I can drop the link into your community as well.
Yeah, for sure. I
Yeah.
just passed it in our chat, so don't worry. I just
Oh, awesome. Yeah,
yeah.
that's great. That's brilliant. So I think that's everything. So
Perfect.
if I just stop sharing,
Yeah, perfect.
so yeah, I mean, it's worth mentioning my one-to-one program is considerably more expensive than this, but this is probably the lowest price I will ever price any of my services at. So it is a new program. You would become a founding member, anyone that wants to join. But I'm really, for me, it's really important that I build a community, and that's
Yeah.
what I'm looking to do. I'm looking to
How
build
many big will be the classes with the other software engineers?
It's a great question. Yeah. So to be honest, there'll be weekly webinars where we're split into breakout rooms. So we'll be doing, most of the time we'll be doing pair work, or at the very most groups of 3.
Okay.
But I've had a lot of interest already and a few sign-ups today, and it's only the first day of launching. So, if we
Okay.
could get, I'm not putting a number on it, but obviously as many as we can, then it would be.
Yeah, for sure.
And of course, you've got the Facebook group there as well, where you can connect
Yeah,
with your
and talk
peers.
each other. Yeah.
We'll be doing quizzes and fun games in the sessions as well. So it's going to be really fun. I'm really excited.
Okay, Tom. Thank you very much. After, like maybe later, I will
Yes.
pass our link, this link also in our community server on Discord. So if
Yeah.
everyone want to,
Have you got the link, Alex, or did you want me to
yeah,
pop
yeah.
it?
I just copy it when
You got it.
you share. Yeah,
You got
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
Absolutely. So, yeah, just as a reminder, anyone that wants to get involved and sign up for it, sign up before Friday, because that's when, after Friday, the discount and the one-to-one bonus will will disappear.
Okay. And
And
if you
yeah,
want, I can share also your LinkedIn profile because I saw
please,
when I searched you some months ago, I saw also a lot of references, so really useful.
please do. Yeah, yeah, it'd be great. Yeah, check out my LinkedIn profile,
Yeah.
my references. That will give you an idea on how the program works and what others have said. Um, of course, what I should mention as well is that the program will start on Monday. Okay, so
Okay.
module one is going to be
The next
released
Monday.
on
Okay.
Monday the 13th. Yeah, in a week.
Okay. Okay.
And the first webinar, the first call that we would have together will be on the Thursday. Uh,
Okay.
so
Okay. Perfect, Tom. Thank you
yes,
very much for your participation here. And hope to you other times with
yeah,
DevDreams, maybe another live.
yeah. Thanks for the opportunity to speak. It was really great. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you, Tom.
Okay,
Have a good day.
cool. Thanks, Alex.